Hi, I'm Robert Fontaine. I'm a writer-director, and I'm also the principal organizer of the East Northeast International Film Festival. I was a true film guy. Subtlety, nuances, storytelling, the interaction of people, their life stories. Why are we here for these 2 hours in the moment of the greatest conflict of these characters? That's what fascinated me as a filmmaker. And everyone has those stories. So I thought if I was ever going to be a part of something significant, I would try to have create it myself. Not that what I write or direct or offer is anything spectacular, but I went on my own. So fast forward, I was looking for a place to do my next film, and I visited many cities in the Hudson Valley. None so much has affected me as Newburgh did. We were on our way to Kingston because we were looking at a little place to buy, and the taxes were so disproportionate it didn't make any sense. So my wife said, "What about that city we took a detour from, that Newburgh place?" And I just turned around and said, "That war zone," because it looked like a war zone when I drove by. But we came back through here and we drove up and down the streets, and then I started to see all this beautiful architecture. And there was life, it was poetry, the distress, within blocks of each other you had these beautiful mansions, wonderful architecture, and you had this decay, and there was like an unseen energy in the city. It was palpable, and I thought, this is it, this is where I want to be, this is where I want to bring my work, this is where I want to spend my next few years bringing a stimulus to the city. I do know that the old guard, the people that first embraced my idea of bringing not only film, but this film festival was part of a 5-year plan. I was supposed to do 3 movies, but it just grew so quickly that it felt it needed to happen sooner than later. They embraced it 100%. The whole city's behind the vision. The mayor, city council, its long-standing residents, the artists that have been here, were here since I got here, and the ones who came after the film, who knew about what I've done. Everybody supports it. And if it works, if this really works, it's going to be one of the greatest places to be for 9 days every year. We have the river, we have the international airport, we have the Metro North. More than any other festival, and you can research this, it's strategically located. There's no other place that can put up a festival in a terrain like this. The way it's geographically set up, like Newburgh.
My name is Mike Burge, and I am one of the owners and founders of Story Screen Beacon Theater over in Beacon, New York. E&E is one of the coolest festival projects I've heard about in the area, and I was approached by some of the people who were already organizing it, and they were insanely cool people that had an insanely cool vision, and I thought it would be an insanely cool thing to be a part of, so now we're doing this insanely cool thing. I couldn't be more excited about it.
Hi, my name is Sunny Edelman, and I am the festival director of the East by Northeast International Film Festival coming to Newburgh. I'm also a casting associate with Hudson Valley Casting and Amy Hutchings Casting here in the Hudson Valley, casting a lot of the films that come up here to shoot, including recently The Dead Don't Die, which was last summer. I'm also a 6th grade science and math teacher at Twin Towers Middle School in Middletown, New York, and I'm just really happy to be involved with this new festival. Well, I've always loved film festivals just because it brings films down to everyone, films that would normally not be shown in the big theaters. And it lets everybody come out to see those creative films, and this area is becoming such a big area for filmmaking altogether that I think it's good that people get to see what goes into making films, and see some really great films and meet some people that are involved in filmmaking, and it's going to give them ideas. And right now Newburgh is in that renaissance age of of getting artists moving in here and trying to build up the city, and I think that that's going to create some ideas for people, and maybe even bring in a film studio or become a film hub here in Newburgh.
So I'm Michael Muyo, Director of Sponsorship for the East Northeast International Film Festival. So right now, I mean, after a pretty successful Green Tech conference, I've really been trying to leverage some of those relationships to carry that on for the film festival. So I'm concentrating really on sponsorships, so trying to bring in the local businesses so they can be supportive of this, as well as some of the, some of the local patrons, supporters of the arts, get them, coming to the festival, getting some to buy some of the VIP passes, as well as being able to launch the Social Ladder brand ambassador program.
So why this festival? What is it about this festival that excites you specifically? I mean, I know you come from a totally different background, unrelated to film.
I was very excited to hear about the East Northeast Film Festival because I really like what Robert Fontaine was doing in terms of using it to build communities. And I really like the fact that we're doing it in Newburgh, because Newburgh is like many other cities that were down and out. And when you see cities come back, like Newark and Detroit, it starts with the arts. So I love the idea of being able to bring film here, tied to music, but having a green component to it. So even if we start off with building the foundation right now, there's a lot of things we can do to have people walking through the streets, visiting other local businesses, seeing the natural architectures here, bringing in artists into Newburgh. I think it really will be able to put Newburgh on the map in a green way, in a film way, in an artistic way. And to me, that is the essence of real community development and real local economic development.
Hi, I'm Alan from West Side Music, Alan Douches. We are a audio mastering and audio post-production facility. We've been in existence for about 30 years, and we're here in the Hudson Valley trying to help everybody make their films sound better. For the East by Northeast Film Festival, we're going to be overseeing all the audio, trying to make sure that everybody's film sounds as great as possible. When possible, we're going to try and provide surround sound, Atmos if necessary, and also probably give some talks about how to improve your audio. While you're out in the field trying to do something, we're going to try and give you some tips. We moved up here about 12 or 13 years ago, and we brought our music studios up here, and we found, kind of this, underground indie film thing kind of working, and we tried to kind of get in touch with it. And then we kind of stumbled into Newburgh because we live just a few miles south, and it was just like, wow, what a great town. On the rebound, get in touch with the Ritz Theater, helping them out, helping out a lot of other people with sound. The high school, working with a lot of the students at the high schools. And it's just such a great thing to bring to a classic town that's really trying to rebuild on the upside, to bring people in to say, hey, listen, look at the great spaces, look at the great theaters we have, look at the great schools we have here. You should be filming in this area, the Hudson Valley. It's an awesome place to shoot.
Right.
One of the things that we love about film versus just music is that it's more of a creative team. There's been this, in the music business, everybody's kind of gotten home into their own bedrooms with a laptop and they're making records that way. With the film industry, there's part of it that goes that way, obviously editing or certain parts of maybe color correction, but you're still out in the field and you still need that team. So that team camaraderie is really just a wonderful experience. And getting these festivals together, we've been partaking in quite a few of them, and getting them together is just a really awesome way to meet people and show your wares, show what you do, maybe pick up some work. I've got 3 Grammys right now, and we're working towards maybe getting an Academy Award. That would be pretty awesome. Yeah. So just gonna come up and shoot some great films up here.
I'm Vince Lopez. I'm the marketing director for E&E International Film Festival, and what we do is we just focus on getting the word out, the imagery out for the whole plan of this festival getting done and being amazing. We're doing this because the vision is to not just bring the community locally involved to our festival, it's international. So for us, my job is engaging with those to continue to bring the visibility up so that we continue the mission statement of all inclusiveness. Well, this particular festival for me is kind of near and dear to me because I get to live my dream of working on a big project with my mentor, Robert Fontaine, who I think you know who that is. And I've worked so hard, doing so many things in this industry as far as since the beginning to now. That's a long chunk of change, over 10 years, working with so many different cool people, but it hasn't really been in my backyard. Now, I've been able to see the changes in Beacon from beginning to finish in my backyard. And the same changes are happening in Newburgh, and Robert's directly involved with it. Crossroads of the future. In the marketing, where it says Crossroads of the future, the mission statement where it explains in totality what we're doing here, that is the essence of exactly what was done here before with Thomas Edison. The reason why other festivals and so forth are molded around the history, because Newburgh is the center of where many amazing things have started for the founding of this country, and also for the betterment of the local community to this day, because we still have the George Washington Fort right over there. We still have the information that Thomas Edison made a lot of mistakes, but he made successes and helped change the country. The crossroads of the future is the best way to explain the new renaissance that has been taking place here in Newburgh, that E&E will provide more content for, but not in absolution, because we're going to continue to bring more people involved. We're a community, and it's exciting.
I'm Amy Schell. My partner Rosamund and I are the designers, and we do urban design and architectural installations for the festival. Whether it's for the green tech or film, we're the go-to.
Hi, I'm Keith Nieto, venue director for the upcoming film festival, East by Northeast. I live here in Newburgh, and my job is to find venues, interesting spaces to house our film festival.
So what is it about this particular film festival that attracted you specifically?
Well, it's local to what I consider now my hometown of this film festival. That's why I wanted to be part of it. I love film, and I love anything to do with enhancing culture and the arts in Newburgh.
Hi, I'm Ron. I have been given the title of Director of Merchandising for the E&E Festival. It's really exciting, and total privilege to be working on it. I got involved pretty much from day one, or maybe even before day one. I happened to do some other projects with the man behind the curtain, Robert Fontaine. Mostly real estate projects, a whole lot of wasting time, goofing around, and it was really incredible to hear what he had envisioned from the very start. For him to be talking about something that was right in my backyard growing up in the Hudson Valley was really something that I found inspiring, and I couldn't help but to keep the conversation going every time it would come up, to inquire deeper and deeper and deeper. And over the years that I've known Robert, I've started my own small business with a partner of mine, David Higgins, who I met in college, Hudson Valley 3D Printing. And when the opportunity came up that the festival needed some physical trophies and other merchandising manufactured, I did everything I could to try to jump on it, because I really wanted to be a part of this festival in some way. And even though I hear about it day to day, being able to be a real part of it really means a lot.
Hi, my name is Simon Friedlich. I'm a director of photography for Simon Says Productions. I own my own production company where I make feature films, short films, basically because I love the art, so I do it for the love of the art. The networking part is my favorite, where I meet all the other filmmakers and talk about their experiences. To me, that is the best part of the film festival, is seeing other people's work and talking to them about it.
It's great, and they see it. Festivals are a noble business, and it is a business, but you have to look beyond the money. It's what that'll enable to do. Revitalize the city itself, restoration projects, educational projects, places for revitalization, green tech. This could be it's ripe for it being a model city in all these things. Entertainment, film, music, all that stuff is just the tip of the iceberg. We're trying to, hopefully by year 4 or 5, if not sooner, have a global collaborative of people coming through here and making stuff happen, if not presenting their ideas here from all over the world.
The urgency for film festivals is that voices from everywhere must be heard. Whether or not they're distributed or not, that's another story. They must be heard. They must be given a voice.